All right. Hello everyone. Welcome back to another mango tea video. And I have an ice cube in my mouth right now. Okay, that was pretty nasty, but here's the ice cube. Because it is really hot in my room right now. The AC's not working. Or it is working, but whenever it's on, it makes the video. I'm taking that out. Wait. I'll come back real quick. Transition. Okay, I'm back. So basically, I was eating ice because it's really hot in my room right now, and that's because I have turned the AC off, because the AC unit is right outside my window, and it makes a really loud noise whenever I'm doing this recording. So if that comes up, just sorry guys, but gotta do what I gotta do. Turn the AC off, you know. But anyways, back on topic. Today we are talking about names, the importance of names, how they're used, like what should you name your kids? What should I name my kids? Should you name inanimate objects? Like why do people name cars, stuff like that? But ultimately, I'm making this video because I still haven't decided on a name for my channel yet. And that's pretty bad. Oh, my dog's trying to come in my room. Give me a sec. Okay, so back on topic again. The name for my channel. I still haven't decided on it. Last video and the beginning of this video, I'm pretty sure I said mango tea. Welcome back to mango tea. And the main channel being mango tree, right? And then I had a whole section in the last video where I talked about why I named it mango tree and stuff like that. But I still haven't finalized my thoughts on that. And I haven't finalized the title for my channel yet. Yeah. So my thought process, what I'm thinking, right? Before I said I liked mango tree as a name because it is a very easy name to say, flows off the tongue. It is very cool. It is just, I mean, it's like a normal name, I guess, but it's very, I guess it's recognizable, and there are no other like mango trees out there. One thing too is that if my channel ever grows big enough, every time you see a mango, you'll think of mango tree. Just like, what do you call it? Just like Dream. Dude, I did this search. I remember doing this search like 2 years ago when Dream, like the YouTuber, was at his peak. But now, it still happens. If you search up Dream on Google, Dream the YouTuber will show up for like the first 4 or 5 like links before the concept of Dream even shows up. Like the concept of dreaming shows up. Like the YouTuber Dream has gotten so popular that you can't even search up Dream or say Dream without thinking of Dream the YouTuber. So I'm gonna do that, but for mangoes in the future, hopefully. That was my thought process. But then I'm like, my biggest issue with the mango tree name is that it's not something I can expand upon very much, right? For example, this YouTuber Alpha Oxtrot, his thing's cheese. He loves cheese, right? He's doing always going cheese mode. Has a Cheez-It bag with him, Cheez-It hat, Cheez-It shirt, you know? What am I gonna do? Mangoes, it's not as versatile as cheese, you know? Cheese you can make into anything, right? And there's like billions of versions of cheese. And I was thinking, what other food is there that I can do that with? And thinking about it, there's really not that many foods you can do that with. I think cheese is probably the main thing. The 2 other options I found that were very versatile were fish and eggs. Fish, I can make a lot of fish jokes, but I feel like that's kind of weird, so I'm not gonna choose fish. And the other option were eggs, because, you know, tons of egg dishes. Egg is used in tons of stuff. I could be related to chickens or whatever, I don't know, birds. So, and also, yeah, I didn't explain this yet, but I explained this in the first podcast. I want to choose a food-related name. I don't know why, but I kind of just do. So that's why I'm going along that route. Um, but yeah, and the reason I want it to be versatile, like for example, I make like, I don't know, egg jokes like egg overload, omelet army. I don't know, I just make a bunch of like random jokes or whatever. Going back on topic, the mango tree name. I really like the way mango tree sounds, but mangoes, you can't do as much with mangoes as you can with eggs or cheese or fish, right? All that stuff, you can make so many jokes around. Mangoes, what are they connected to? Fruits? Trees? I mean, those are cool, but like, you know, when I think of trees, I think of like nature or whatever. But you know, whatever. I'm yapping. I'm yapping. Let me get back to the point. So yeah, what I'm thinking of. Let me bring you straight to my conclusion. What I believe I should do, and that is, I really still like the mango tree name. So what I think I'm gonna do is I'm going to keep the mango tree name, but just make tons of egg jokes and and that will leave everyone who watches my videos just confused as why I'm making egg jokes. But eggs will be my bit, even though my name is Mango Tree. And also that way I don't have to redo my first mango tea video because I kept saying mango tree, mango tea. Um, so yeah, the name I think is going to be Mango Tree and Mango Tea, but I'm just gonna make a lot of egg jokes. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. Another thing, also an update. Look at my setup. I think it's a little bit more balanced now. I got my open closet, so it doesn't seem so empty on this side. And then here, I got the turtle video playing um, and the waterfall video. Random ads might still play, but yeah, whatever. These first few podcasts or these first few videos on Mango Tea are gonna be extremely unprofessional or really sporadic because I don't really know what I'm doing yet. I don't even know what I'm gonna do for my YouTube. Like, man, okay. But back on topic. I have to stay on topic. We're talking about names. We're talking about names. Um, so I told you why I am choosing Mango Tree and Mango Tea, and why I want to go with those names. And I realize I just I don't have to be like boxed into only making like mango jokes, and my name doesn't have to directly correlate to like the jokes I make. So let me just completely confuse people. Like Danny Gonzalez, bro calls his audience Greg for no reason. I think that's kind of funny. So I guess this is kind of like the same situation. But another thing, what was I gonna say? Let me quickly look at my notes. Look, I have like a list of notes now for these podcasts. Well, this is the second podcast. I don't know, whatever. Hopefully I can put this on Spotify at some point. But yeah. Oh, so another name I was thinking of. So I don't even know if I told you guys this, but if I went with the egg route, and if I chose a name for the YouTube channel, and if it were related to eggs, it would be Nonstop Omelet. I literally just went to ChatGPT and was like, generate me a bunch of like Xbox type usernames, um, using the like egg related words, and I got Nonstop Omelet, and I was like, Nonstop Omelet? That sounds pretty good. Flows off the tongue. But I was thinking, right? If my name's a gamer tag, right? Like my previous, or I guess my current like name, my most known name is like Zolister, right? People call me Zolly or Zolister. Say it pretty quick. If I'm called Nonstop Omelet, what are people gonna call me, right? Omelet? Omelet sounds weird. Are people gonna call me Omelet? Or are people gonna call me Nonstop? Or are people gonna call me a non? Like, there's nothing there you can really call me. So at least with Mango Tree, I think you can call me Mango. I still think it's kind of weird, but it can be like a man, I hate going back to this one YouTuber so much, but I really like their videos. I guess it can be like an Alpha Oxtrot situation where he literally never says his name. So yeah. But on to the next topic. Okay, all right. My dog wants to come into my room. Okay. when I'm in my apartment and summer's over, I won't have these interruptions. I'll miss Biff to death though, but cleaner podcast for you guys. But yeah, so conclusion for choosing the name, I'm keeping Mango Tree for the sound of the name because it sounds cool, flows off the tongue, cool. You can call me Mango if I'm ever playing like a video game or something. And Omelet just sounds weird. But if I ever need to use a username, for example, if I needed like an for my YouTube, I can still use Zolister or Nonstop Omelet. That was another thing. Mango Tree is taken everywhere. Like Mango Tree is taken for email, Mango Tree is taken for literally every social media account, the name. So I needed to find something that was more original. So I will probably use Nonstop Omelet as those things. It'll be like a Penguin Zero Moist Critical situation, I guess. But yeah, moving on. So names are really important and they're really interesting to me because in the grand scheme of things, they don't really matter, but they really do. I don't know. It's like, I forgot that theory, what it was called, but it's this like, this theory where your whole life is shaped by what you are named. For example, if you're named like, I don't know, if you're named like Joe or Bob, you're gonna be the most basic person in the world, or like whatever stereotype that is related to Bob or Joe, right? Or like if your name is Chad, you're gonna be like a sports guy, right? I mean, obviously it doesn't follow that to a T, but I do like see where it's coming from. But yeah, so names are important, and they can mean a lot, especially when you're naming like a pet or a kid. Like, I mean, I'm like barely 20. I don't think I have to worry about naming my children anytime soon, but that is crazy. Like, I'm gonna be bringing something into the world that will have a name that I give it for the rest of its life, his or her life. Like, that's pretty crazy. And I've thought of like a few things, right? There's always the option of making it really funny. Uh, that reminds me, actually. Let me go to Elon Musk's children. I don't know if this is real, but I was doing research because I know that one of Elon Musk's children is called like it's these like random like Greek letters or something, and you can't like pronounce it or anything. But if you look at this, he has a kid named Techno Mechanicus Musk. I didn't even know that until like 30 minutes ago. That's pretty crazy. Or the other dude that was named like the random Greek letters that no one can literally pronounce. Yeah, I'll just choose something random. Like, what if I called my kid like lamp or like chair? Right? Like, dude, that kid would get like bullied in school. But oh my gosh, I actually haven't seen these videos yet. Bro is eating a grape. It's pretty cool. But yeah, so names. And then there's also the other option of like, because I think the optimal amount of children to have is probably like 2 or 3, right? So what if I like plan a set, right? What if I got like 2 children, and name them like Bow and Arrow, right? Like one of them's names is like Bow and then Arrow, or one of them names is, or like one of their names is like Santa and then Claus. I always thought Claus was a cool name, or Klaus. I mean, those are just like examples I'm bringing up. Like I don't actually think I'm gonna name my kids those, but if I found a really cool like set of names, I think that's a viable option. I think that's kind of cool. But I think what's most likely gonna happen, I'm gonna choose something like sentimental and like really do something normal, right? I don't want my kid to be bullied. Anyways, let me go back to my list of notes. What am I talking about today? Oh yeah, naming a show or book. Titles are so important. Even like YouTube videos. Well, YouTube videos are more for like the algorithm to like see it, but there are many like different styles you can go for when naming a video. Like one, you can optimize it for like the algorithm or whatever. You can be like top 10 reasons why you should not drink the Among Us potion at 3 a.m. And then like make 3 a.m. capitalized and like Among Us capitalized, and then just put a bunch of exclamation points or whatever. Try to get all the kid audience to watch, because I probably most of YouTube's audience are children. You could do that, which is what a lot of people do. Or you could go for, if I mean, depending on your brand, obviously you would choose like a different title. Like for example, if you're doing like an ARG thing, you would make it like look like a file, right? It would be like secret.mp4 and that would be the title, or you know, or whatever for the videos. But yeah, um for as for books and series and like shows, that is a little more tricky. But one thing I realized is that you can literally just do anything. I was watching this Tommy in a video that came out like a year ago or whatever. When Bro released his book, he was like, yeah, you can just put oh yeah, I remember him saying he made the first word Among Us in the, or wait, that's two words. He made the first sentence in the in the book Among Us because he just could. And then he just talked about how you can literally just do anything. And people don't do that because they just want to follow like societal norms or like max out views or whatever, or max out like enjoyment. But it was just interesting. It was very interesting that an interesting thought to me that you can just literally do anything. You have free will. I can jump out of this window right now. I can punch my monitor. I'm not going to, but I could. And naming like a show or like book or like manga or whatever is kind of relevant to me right now because I'm currently writing two stories that I would love to be manga someday. Right now they're kind of like light novel series. And I have waited very long and spent a lot of time thinking about what I want to name them. And it has been longer than, probably been like 7 or 8 months now, since I started that first light novel series. And I still haven't found a finalized name for it. I'm not gonna say the names because I might choose a different alias when I upload those videos. Or I say upload those videos, when I release those books. Because I don't want you guys attaching this person to the other guy. Why did I make it sound like that? Attach this personality, this alias to the other one. Just like how I'm kind of separating Mango Tree and Zolister. But he's so cute. Oh my gosh. But the names for the manga and light novels I'm writing are the titles I wrote on the Google Doc on the first day I conceived the topics. Like, the filler title that I put for them have been their title for the last 8 months, and now I'm seriously considering the titles of those manga slash light novels to be the filler titles that I gave them 8 months ago, because I have not found a better title. And the titles that I gave it, even though both of them were jokes, the literally the title I gave it was okay. I'll let you in on a little secret. The title has balls in it, and I wrote it in as a joke. Because it was just a filler title. I needed something to name it for in the like Google Doc, right? But 8 months later, and now I call it that name. And it's really grown on me actually. So I don't really know. I think with a lot of names, you kind of just have to give it time. It's like I guess it's like a shoe, right? You put on you buy a shoe and it doesn't feel comfortable or whatever, but you need to like break into it, right? It takes like a week or two to break into the shoe. And I think that's how it is with names. So I think I will just get used to Mango Tree. And also, one thing, I shouldn't let choosing a name stop me from making something, because that is what stopped me for a long time, on so many different things actually. Maybe because I couldn't find like a title for a specific video, or maybe I just I just literally spend like I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go film a video today, and I'm like, wait a second, I still don't have the name for my channel yet, and I spend 3 hours on like chat GPT or like searching random like username generators, and then I lose my energy to make that video because I'm trying to figure out the name. So I think I'm just gonna stick with mango tea. um Gosh, man. Imagine if that's how I was with my child. It's like, all right, child, I'm gonna use filler name thing one, and that will be your name until I figure it out. And then they're born, and then we just end up calling them thing one. Like, but yeah, so that's interesting to me. Like, oh, well, one thing that's really funny too is light novels. I was talking about naming my light novel and stuff, but specifically Japanese light novels, or Japanese, I guess like isekai manga. I mean, I watch a lot of anime. I speak Japanese, bro. Like, but isekai manga, it'll literally be like, I got reincarnated as a vending machine in another world with my uncle who is 1,000 years old and is a demon lord, which gave me superpowers. Like, it will be that long of a title. I always thought that was kind of funny. And some manga take that into account and like use that, and make it like satire. Like, apparently this manga called The 1,000 Girlfriends That Really, 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 Really Love You. And it just makes that really, 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 really long, that title. Apparently the manga's really good, according to a friend. I haven't read it yet, but yeah, so that's pretty interesting. And lastly, I want to talk about, well, maybe not lastly, but I want to talk about naming just literally anything. Like naming, I don't know, like a chair, or, oh, I think the most common thing is like a car. Like, a lot of people like to name their cars and just give that something like sentimental value. Or actually naming like a pet in a game. Actually, that's because those things aren't alive, and it's just code, right? But same with cars, right? They're not alive, but we're naming those. And I think names are more than just names, right? It's just wow, I'm really giving you some like profound content here. But names are you give something sentimental value when you name something. You give a piece of yourself when you name something. Even if you spent like 5 seconds like choosing that name, or like thinking up a name in your head, or even if you generate a name, you still had to choose it and like it enough to stick with it. So, and I think naming things, I mean, a lot of like scientific studies have shown this too, but that's not my realm of expertise. But like naming something, as in like naming a car or naming literally anything actually, makes you care about it more, and because you're giving that piece of yourself. Yeah, and I think with that, I'm going to end the video. A little short. Well, I don't really know how long these things are going to be. I know the first video I did was like an hour, but I don't know how long these future ones are going to be. But this one I think is around like 20-30 minutes, I think. But yeah, hope you all enjoyed. Those were a bit of my thoughts. It's gonna be crazy. I'm gonna have like what, 10, 20 mango tea videos out before the first mango tree video even comes out. But at least you can see my thought process and my growth. I'm still trying to get used to being on camera, looking at the camera, using my hands or whatever. I'm just used to, making my voice sound cool, because I make gaming videos. I don't use face cam, but I want to get used to that because I want to be cool in front of a camera and make cool videos. Like, you can't make funny faces if you don't have face cam on, right? So, yeah. Anyways, I hope you all enjoyed. That has been Mango Tea. And I still need to come up with a good bye-bye catchphrase. But thank you all for watching or listening. And I hope to see you again very, very soon.